Hey, what's up, everybody? I'm Matt with Halloween Daily News. Welcome to the Halloween Show, episode 44. It's Friday the 13th of August, 2021. So happy Friday the 13th, y'all. Shout out to all the Camp Crystal Lakers out there. Of course, every day is Halloween here at HDN, but we're definitely going to give it up for our second favorite holiday later on in the show. So you want to stick around for that. But first, it's been another super crazy busy week. Lots of exciting news breaking, so we got a lot to get to today. So we're not going to waste any more time and jump right into it. Here are this week's headlines. Monday, August 9th marked the 52nd anniversary of the premiere of the original Haunted Mansion dark ride at Disneyland in California. And to celebrate the occasion, 2 first-look images from this October's new Muppets Haunted Mansion Halloween special were released. Muppets Haunted Mansion will take place on Halloween night when Gonzo is challenged to spend one night in the legendary Haunted Mansion. The special will feature the Muppets cast along with celebrity cameos, new music, and, of course, fittingly seasonal fun for all ages. The first 2 images, released via Entertainment Weekly, include Gonzo and Pepe the King Prawn looking dapper in the halls of what I assume is the mansion itself, and everybody's favorite Muppet couple, Kermit the Frog and Miss Piggy, in costume as each other. The Haunted Mansion dark ride, featured at both Disney World and Disneyland theme parks, was previously seen on the big screen in director Rob Minkoff's 2003 film starring Eddie Murphy, and it's also been recently reported that Dear White People creator Justin Simien will helm another live-action movie based on the theme park ride soon. While a specific date has not yet been announced, Muppets Haunted Mansion will premiere on Disney Plus this fall. Batman The Long Halloween Part 2 is out on Blu-ray this week, and a number of clips from the sequel have been released ahead of the arrival. Much of the story of The Long Halloween is about how Gotham City is transformed from a city of mobsters and criminals to a city of supervillains. And that is evidenced in one of these clips where Poison Ivy, Scarecrow, and Mad Hatter wreak havoc in the streets of Gotham. Poison Ivy joins the action in Part 2, voiced by Katie Sackhoff of Halloween Resurrection and The Mandalorian. In a second clip recently released via IGN, Batman once again visits Calendar Man at Arkham Asylum. In The Long Halloween, Calendar Man kind of serves as a Hannibal Lecter type character for Batman as he continues to investigate and figure out the identity of the holiday killer. And in the third clip, a hospitalized and heavily bandaged District Attorney Harvey Dent begins to give in to his darker half. Starring Jensen Ackles as Batman, Naya Rivera as Catwoman, and Josh Duhamel as Harvey Dent, Batman The Long Halloween Part 2 is out now on Blu-ray and digital from Warner Brothers Animation, DC, and Warner Brothers Home Entertainment. Spirit Halloween continues to unveil all of their new product releases that will be arriving in stores this year, and many of which are already available to order online, including new items and returning favorites in the officially licensed Trick or Treat 2021 Halloween collection. Some of the highlights of the new products in the Trick or Treat 2021 collection include a giant Sam plant pot measuring 10.5 inches high and 8 inches in diameter. It retails for $37 and is expected to begin shipping on or before August 31st. There's also a cool new Trick or Treat tabletop projector available for $20 and scheduled to begin shipping also on or before August 31st. And my favorite of the new products for 2021 is the officially licensed Vampire Half Mask. It is retailing for $13 from Spirit Halloween and is shipping now. The vampire is, of course, the perfect companion to the 3 Halloween School Bus Massacre masks that were released in 2020. All 3 of which are also currently back in stock on Spirit's website, at least as of this recording. Other new for 2021 products in the Trick or Treat collection include a adult flannel shirt for $35, a new collection of blind bag keychain figures for $8 each. A new School Bus Massacre travel cup featuring all of the kids from the flashback. The cup is $10. A new light up trick or treat canvas, 14 by 10 inches. It's $25. A new Sam Countdown to Halloween sign measuring 12 by 12 inches and retailing for $20. A School Bus Massacre framed photo for $17. A 30-ounce molded pumpkin mug for $15. A new lollipop mug for $12. A pretty cool stemless pumpkin mug for $10. A Sam reversible fleece blanket, 60 by 50 inches for $40. A Trick or Treat Sam door cover for $20. A new Trick or Treat pillow for $17. A new Sam sign for $17. A Trick or Treat Sam doormat for $22. A Trick or Treat Sam dish towel 2-pack for $15. Sam's Rules of Halloween journal for $15. A Rules of Halloween magnet for $5. A bus stop magnet for $5. And a Trick or Treat flaming pumpkin decal for $4. Previously released returning favorites include the Sam Sidestepper, the previously mentioned School Bus Massacre masks, the Sam pop figures that have already been released, the Sam light up heads, and numerous other products, including the life-size Sam animatronic, priced this year at $180. All of this can be purchased right now from Spirit Halloween through the link in the description. Of course, you can always read more about all of those stories right now at HalloweenDailyNews.com, and you can look for my review of The Long Halloween Part 2 coming in just the next few days. I just watched it last night. It's awesome. Our main story this week is, of course, the officially licensed Halloween Kills Michael Myers mask by Trick or Treat Studios. It is officially out. This photo here is a stock production copy photo that was released on trickortreatstudios.com just a few days ago, where they began taking orders for the mask. And as of today, Friday the 13th of August, you can order your officially licensed HK mask at retailers, including Halloween Daily News, from our online retail store at halloweendailynews.com/shop. And the best part is, this is not a pre-order. These are in stock now. We have them in hand, and we are authorized to sell and ship them immediately. This is not a drill. This is for real. It's finally here, guys. I'll be talking much more about this mask in a future video in the next few days, and we'll be discussing it in depth on this Monday's live stream. That's Michael Myers Monday at 10:31 p.m. Eastern, right here on the Halloween Daily News YouTube channel. Now, our other big story this week is our ongoing coverage from Scares That Care Charity Weekend in Williamsburg, Virginia. You might have seen earlier this week, we premiered a brand new exclusive interview with the totally amazing PJ Souls. In that interview, we discussed a bit about the charity aspect of Scares That Care itself and what makes that particular horror convention a little different than some of the others. And she also talked to us about celebrating Halloween itself and what the holiday means to her today. In this clip, however, PJ discusses her voice cameo in Blumhouse's 2018 Halloween film and gives us one more reason to be excited for Halloween Kills. Check it out. So many people remember you from a number of iconic films, but most recently you had a little return to Haddonfield with a voice cameo in the 2018 Halloween film. Can you tell us a little bit about how that came about?
Well, I was very excited because David Gordon Green, they approached me, Ryan Turek, he emailed and said, hey, we're thinking of doing the scene with the teacher and we'd love you to be the voice of the teacher. And I thought for a moment, well, That's okay, all right. You want me to just be a voice? Okay, I just had to step back for a minute and let that digest. But then I was like, okay, if I can use the word totally in the sentence, because I knew what the dialogue was, because it was going to be the exact scene, I'd be willing to do it. And so they agreed. And so that made it a little more exciting, and it made it more meaningful because, you know, why have me do it randomly? And so it was the whole poetry thing, and it's when I guess Laurie's granddaughter's looking out the window like Laurie did many years ago in the classroom scene, and the teacher was reading a passage, and I was able to fit the word totally in there. So it was very exciting, and I get to sign a lot of posters from that Halloween now, so it's cool. And it was a little Easter egg for the fans, which is always good, because everybody always asks me, are you going to be in it? Are you going to be in it?
Yeah, I know the fans definitely appreciated it, especially us longtime fans, and it was just a great treat and a surprise when that scene came up, and to hear such a familiar voice there.
Well, it's funny, a lot of fans said they recognized my voice right away. A lot of people have said, oh, you did the voice of the teacher? And I go, yes. I'll have to watch it again. So it's funny, some people have recognized me right away and others didn't, but it's kind of nice either way.
Well, definitely great to have you back involved in the franchise once again for a whole nother generation.
Yes.
How about Halloween Kills? Anything you can tell us about that? Are you looking forward to the sequel?
It's supposed to be Mom. Lips are sealed, but there's something that you can look for in there. That's all I'll say. So I think everybody will be very pleased.
She's the best. And if you haven't already, you can watch our full interview with PJ Souls elsewhere on the Halloween Daily News YouTube channel or at HalloweenDailyNews.com. Now, with today being Friday the 13th, what better time to premiere another brand new clip, also from Scares That Care Charity Weekend. This is from a Q&A panel featuring Janine Taylor discussing working on the original 1980 Friday the 13th, talking about what the vibe was like at Camp Crystal Lake. And at the end of that clip, you also see she gives us a little bit of breaking news about a new project she's involved in that we're all going to want to look forward to. And then after that clip, you'll see a flashback to Scares That Care 2019, this one featuring Christy Angus talking about her iconic death scene in Jason X. Of course, with Kane Hodder playing Jason in that film. Happy Friday the 13th, everybody.
What was the general vibe between everybody here at the camp?
We were all really young, and only one of us or two of us had done any movies before. So young, inexperienced, and it was beautiful weather while we were there. We were at a summer camp, and we just fell into this kind of jokey, laugh a minute attitude. There wasn't a rotten apple in the bunch. Almost every cast you're ever in, especially with Broadway people, okay? I don't want to mention any names, but you know, there's always at least one horrible person, okay? But there was nobody in this situation. Everyone got along, everyone was generous with each other, and everyone just had a great time. And, you know, it was easy. It was easy. And Sean Cunningham made it easy, too. He really, even though, you know, there wasn't really budget for a lot of takes, okay? Like, he probably really needed us to get it right on the first or second take, but he never conveyed that. I don't know what was going through his mind, but, you know, he always seemed as if, you know, if you mess it up and we have to waste, you know, X amount of film, you know, several more $1,000, it doesn't matter. You know, he kept his voice and his body language so easygoing. And thank God he did. Thank God he did, because, you know, I was, underneath it all, probably pretty nervous and dreading the sex scene the whole time. And so, you know, maybe a little on edge, but everybody getting along and having so much fun, no big egos to deal with, and a really easygoing director who acted like one of the kids and like he didn't care. Okay, that was the way to handle us. It was definitely the way to handle me. It was fun. It was great. It really was, you know, that's what it was. A bunch of carefree kids, even though most of us were, okay, we were trained. We had paid some dues, most of us already. And yeah, we really cared about the product, even though it was a low budget kind of indie thing that we thought would never go anywhere. Everybody cares. Everybody feels like their little tushies on the line. Okay, we did, but it didn't feel that way while we were doing it. Yeah. And I think that kind of came across. It made it easy. And the fact that everyone was really a good person, responsible, and nice. And when does that ever happen? Right? Pretty much never. Anyway. But recently, Netflix got in touch with me and wanted me to appear in a documentary in their series, The Movies That Made Us. And so not being, mom had passed away, and I was free to do it. Not being sure that I could even still walk and talk on camera, I said yes. And it was a lot of fun. It should be coming out sometime this fall or winter.
What do you think of Kane Hodder? I mean, Kane's here, so I'm sure you had some scenes to work with in that film. Do you still keep in touch? Do you still talk? How is working with Kane Hodder?
Well, Kane is a character in real life as well. I'm sure all of you that have met him know that. He was lovely on set. We choreographed everything. We discussed everything. He was always very kind. But just before we were about to shoot, he said, I need to prepare and I need to separate us and I can't talk to you. And there was like kind of a strange energy that came over him that kind of creeped me out, which is great. And so we occasionally, like we see each other here, and he's always a wonderful guy. We don't really keep in touch in the sense that we're emailing all the time, but he's a lovely man, and I had a great time working with him, and he made it, because I had never been killed before, he made it as real as possible, but with also being very concerned about making sure not to hurt me, and how we were going to do it, and so we just went through all of that and discussed it and did it piece by piece by piece, and I think it turned out really well.
Can you tell us a little bit more about that death scene? I mean, it's an interesting death in itself. So. Well,
the great thing is a week before, there was 5 or 6 days that we did all of the prosthetic work. So they had to do a full head cast. So it was like I was in a sensory deprivation chamber. That was about 20 to 30 minutes. And then they did a full body cast as well. They matched the color of my skin. They used real human hair, eyelashes, everything to make us look identical. So there was 10 bodies lined up, 10 heads lined up, just sitting there all wearing the same outfit, which was really strange, and we're all like perfectly proportioned. So we did all of that. The makeup artist, which also special effects, was the same who worked for The Fly, who won an Academy Award. So he was amazing. He did all the casting of my face, and they made prosthetic pieces of my eyes. We worked through all of that. We shot it in pieces. I did the stunt where I jumped off of a springboard and slammed into the window over and over again, and bruised myself from knee up to hip, which I didn't feel at the time because my adrenaline was going, and went back to my trailer, and I was like, oh, I did some damage to my legs. But it was fun. It was scary as well. Like you kind of your adrenaline gets going, you get caught up into it. And the thing with my face, we shot it in an aquarium, so I went up on a stepladder and had to scream going in, hold my face still. They had to do a series of shots to do the CGI. They put a mask on me. So there was a whole bunch of things for, I don't know how long it was, a minute and a half or 2 minutes. It took, I think, up to 2 weeks to shoot it. So.
All right, you can look for much more from Scares That Care Charity Weekend 2021 right here on the HDN YouTube channel. And be sure to subscribe if you haven't already so you don't miss any future episodes of the Halloween show, any of our exclusive interviews, and other exciting video content coming your way. It's a very exciting time right here, and you're not going to want to miss any of this. Until then, I'm Matt Arts for Halloween Daily News. Thank you for watching.